You know, when I first started selling print-on-demand items, I merged a couple home businesses together and I started on Etsy. And I offered custom items. Now, I've just searched this at random, so I'm not talking about myself here. This is custom wedding cake topper. And we can see here just as an example. Now, this is an ad, but I'm just going to click on it here. This person's paid for this. But you can see over 20 people have this in their basket. And what this person's done, this Hello Mini Me, they've created a business where they have customized bobbleheads. Now, I'm certainly not going to talk about this specific business in my video, but this is just an example of where this person is selling a $200 bobblehead. They have over 4,000 sales. They obviously have some sort of skill. They're not creating one item and then having it repeat. That's the definition of passive income. They're making one item per customer. So it's the custom orders that are driving a lot of these sales. Here's another example. This is called Broken Arrow Wear, t-shirt printing and embroidery. And look, I just found these guys at random. I'm not affiliated with them in any way. Never heard of them before 2 minutes ago. But they offer a service where they have customized shirts. And so if you have your kid's name or number, that sort of thing, you can make quality embroidered items. Maybe you're a small business owner and you want to promote your business, so you make a bunch of stickers or embroidery items. So in this video, I'm going to walk through ways that you can get your custom business off the ground. I'm not really talking about print on demand, although we may use some print on demand printers. I'm really talking here about the ideas and brainstorming capabilities of custom orders so you can help drive sales for your business. It's not easy, but if you can get the hang of this, there's some pretty lucrative money to be made in it. Let's go make some money. Okay, so I hope you're having a great day. And I'm going to do this video kind of in reverse. Normally, I would talk about ways to do things and then I'd show you examples. I'm actually going to start off showing you examples. So I'm going to show you 10 just brainstorming. And look, there's 1,000 examples, but I'm just going to pick 10 and I'm going to walk through them really quickly so you can get an idea about what custom orders look like. So let's jump into 10 examples. And I'm just going to use Etsy just as an example. 10 Etsy examples. All right, let's jump in with example number 1. This is a custom outdoor sign. So the person who makes this obviously is a woodworker, and they've got some sort of wood burning tool, engraving tool, and they've made absolutely gorgeous signs where you can add in your name and then maybe a location. They're selling for about $62 Canadian, and you can see here over 20 people have this in their basket right now. So just so you know, when I'm looking stuff up and when I'm brainstorming, I'm usually going onto Etsy. I'm looking for a company that has a lot of sales, and I'm looking for something where a lot of people have this in their basket. Now, look, I'm not suggesting that you rip off this person's business, but what I am suggesting is the universe is telling us there seems to be a demand for this type of high quality design. So if you have a woodworking machine, an engraving machine of some sort, even a Cricut or Cricut machine as they're known, some sort of an embroidery machine, this might be an option. Here's another one if you're a graphic designer. You send me your pet picture, I will send you back a Disney-esque photo or illustration rather of your pet. Pretty cool. This is 894 sales, $32. Other people want this. Over 20 people have this in their basket right now. Again, I'm not suggesting you rip off this person's complete business name and everything, but there seems to be a demand here for these absolutely beautiful illustrations that are in the style of Disney, but would feature your pet. Love that. Here's another one. I did a video recently about WPAP artwork. Well, you could set up a shop on Etsy or wherever, and you could sell portraits of friends and family that are in this WPAP style. 55 sales, 2606, and pretty cool little business there on the go. How about new baby gift baskets? This is an idea, $92, Boundless Basket Shops. Now they've only got 3 sales, but hey, they've got 3 sales. So this is an idea where they're putting together custom. Basically what you are is you're a personalized shopper. Like that's what this is, right? So you would have items that you buy bulk, and then you'd say, okay, mix and match, and then I will send this gift basket to someone's house and I'll charge a markup on it. If you're a graphic designer, here's a custom photo card. You could put a picture and then you could put text, and this helps people who don't know how to do this on their own. Now, you might be looking at this going, well, I can go into Inkscape and do this myself in 5 minutes. Yeah, but people don't know that. There's lots of people like my mom or some, stay-at-home dad in Idaho. Like there's a professor in New York. There's all sorts of people that they're not experts in this, right? So they're going to pay you money, $8.47, in order to you do the work. They send you the information and then you do the work. Other people want this. Over 20 people have this in their baskets right now. You can also see reviews down at the bottom on Etsy. I'm not suggesting you have to necessarily sell on Etsy, by the way. I'm just saying this is a great tool because you can see real social proof of what people are buying. Here's a couple customer reviews. These came out perfectly. I love the card. It'll be perfect to give to my boyfriend on our 1-year anniversary. There's even a picture of the card itself. How cool is that? There's a little, looks like a phone, and this lady thought this was important enough to put it right on the front of her 1-year anniversary card. I love custom gifts. Here's another one on Etsy. Personalized name necklace. They're selling for $21. 4,200 sales. Basically, you give me your name, I'll give you a necklace. Other people want this. Over 20 people have this in their basket right now. Great, great business model. Wedding toppers. I showed this one here in the introduction, but I love it so much I'm going back again. Where's this lady's hand? It's a little south of the border there. Lift your hand up, bride. Okay, so we've got Ohio State guy. He's ripping his shirt open, and we've got the bride and the groom here. These are amazing. Over 20 people have this in their basket. Now, look, I'm not suggesting you need to take $6,000 and go buy some custom bobblehead thing. But what I'm saying is if you know how to do this, this might be a good business opportunity for you. These look absolutely amazing. They've obviously got some sort of technology that helps them do this. And man, that's a great looking gift. They even got the dog at the bottom there. How cool is that? So obviously these are worth $200 to a couple getting married. That's a pretty small price to pay for the greatest wedding topper of all time. How about this? You send me your photo, I will give you back some sort of cartoon portrait. Now, depending on your skills, you might be looking at this and thinking, I could never make such a portrait. But if you've taken any of the Inkscape tutorials, you've probably looked at this and gone, it's definitely doable. And it's certainly if you have Affinity Photo or Inkscape, Photoshop, this is not outrageously difficult. They're selling them for $32.51, 894 sales. Over 20 people have this in their basket right now. It's the universe telling you this is an item that sells. You can also go down here, 66 reviews. Jeremy did a fantastic job. There's the before and the after. This breathtaking piece blew us out of the water. Love this. What a great business model. Here's a neat one. I love maps. So this is your city, your name, or they customize it. So it's a custom gold map. It's a perfect anniversary gift. And we've got different styles of maps. Now, if you've taken the map tutorial on, it's not on my channel, Zen Watercooler, but it's on my sister channel there, Crafty Stacks, then you know how to make a map design. Well, this person's selling map designs for $18.95. Actually, 24 by 24 inches is over 100 Canadian dollars. Other people want this. 4 people have this in their basket right now. Now look, this is awesome. It's got texture and it's gold foil. This person has niched 2 markets together. Graphic design, creating a map, but then some sort of printing technology so that they can get it on some high res, scan going into a metal or wood or whatever the thing is. And that's another option. Maybe you should merge 2 niches together, maps and woodworking, maps and metalworking, maps and framed prints. And the list goes on and on. Here's another one. This is custom wedding signs. Now this is also an editable template. So a lot of people will sell these things on Etsy, and that's a whole nother ball of yarn there, is selling a digital file that they can then go in and edit. But you could just offer editing. You could just say, look, I have a 24-hour turnaround. Give me your name, give me your spouse's name, give me a couple pieces of information, and I will make a digital file for you and send it back to you in one day turnaround. If you offer that on Etsy, that's what I did. When I first started, this was what I did. I'm not saying this is not my store, obviously, but this is DIY Paper Boutique, 42,000 sales, almost 43,000. Good for them. $8 item. This is what I did when I first started out. I offered for $16 high-end, customized graphic sports prints and music prints. And so, artists would come to me and say, I really want to have my kids, customers would come to me and say, hey, you're an artist. I really want to have my kids' band lesson, and I want to have some sort of a design for them on the wall. So I would say, okay, give me a couple pictures of your kid. What instrument does he play? What sheet music is his favorite sheet music? And I would organize it all together and make a pastiche and then sell it to them for $16. That's how I made my first 100 sales on Etsy. Then you'd have a sports guy comes along. And he says, well, Johnny plays in, sports, and I really want to have a photo pastiche. Well, photo pastiches take 30 seconds. Send me the photos. I'll put them all in a background with burlap background, send it back to you, give me $16. So I was just working a sweatshop for 6 months, making 100 sales on Etsy that way. You don't get any more sales. There's no residual piece from it, but it's a neat way to get sales. So those are 10 just big picture ideas on how you can get started today. If you understand how the skill piece works, if you've already got that skill, if you're already a woodworker, this is an idea. It's important when you're first starting out selling on Etsy or on your own website, or whether you're using Facebook Marketplace, it doesn't matter. But you want to be known as the one thing guy or the one thing girl. So this is a great example. This is DIY Paper Boutique. And look at right underneath their name, it says printable, wedding, invitation, templates, and stationery. That's their store. They're not selling t-shirts. They're not selling coffee mugs. They're not selling engraved wooden items. They're not selling Spider-Man prints. They're selling one type of thing so that that's them. DIY Paper Boutique is the wedding lady. That's who she is. So you get really good by identifying a niche and then saying you're that guy. So I just want to caution you, if you're starting out and you go, well, I'm going to do dog prints and I'm going to do Simpsons designs and I'm going to make engraved keychains, and you may struggle out of the gates. And if you're wondering why, you need to pick one thing and say, okay, I'm going all in on the keychains, or I'm going all in on the wedding invitations. And that way people know your shop is dedicated to that one thing when you're first starting out. So here's a great example of the second tip. Here we've got Boundless Basket Shops. They're a local seller, 3 sales, okay? There's a big difference between having 3 sales and having 0 sales, okay? So what you want to do if you're first starting out on Etsy is you want to make sure you get at least a couple sales. Now, this is kind of a sleazy tip, so please don't throw rotten fruit at me. But one thing you can do is you can basically list an item, and if you're selling it to a friend or a family member anyway, make them buy it through Etsy. Say, I need the sale. I need it to say 1 sale or 2 sales or 3 sales. So I had this happen to me when I was first on Etsy. People didn't know I had an Etsy shop. So I'd be out at some, party, and someone would say, wow, where'd you get that t-shirt? And I'd say, well, I made it myself. Whoa, can you make me a shirt? And I said, absolutely. In fact, I'll make it for you at cost, but promise me you're going to buy it through my Etsy shop. And they'd say, oh, sounds good to me. Because I needed the sale more than I needed the profit. The $5, $6, $10 profit didn't mean anything to me. I needed the sale. So once you get up to say 50 sales, you're good. You've got what they call social proof. And what social proof is the world has said this shop is getting some sales. So if this shop had 0 sales, human psychology is such that you would look at it and go, yeah, I think I'll wait till a couple other people think this is good value. But if you see 2,400 sales, you instantly know this is a legitimate business. I know nothing else about it. So you want sales. Use your friends and family to buy maybe your first 10 items. You want reviews. Ask people when you send them the item, ask them to leave a review. And then this you can't really control, but if it's in people's baskets, this is just really nice. Now, I'm not suggesting you fake this. You don't go to your friends and family and say, add it all into your basket to make it look good. I mean, to each their own. I was just saying the sales piece of it here is a big item on Etsy. People look at that and they go, oh, 2,400 sales, that's a legitimate business. I can say this for myself from experience. When I got up over, say, 30 sales, my sales just exploded. I didn't do anything differently. But getting the first 5 sales was really difficult. And then getting once you're up to 30, then it becomes 40, 50, 60. It starts flowing pretty quick. Tip number 3 is all about customer service. I don't care if you're selling on Etsy. I don't care if you're standing on the street corner, selling at a flea market, Facebook Marketplace, selling to your friends and family. Customer service is key. So what that means is when you send them the item, thank them for their order. So if you're sending them a physical product, make sure to include some sort of a written note in there. And you can do this if you're using Printful, for example. If you send something that's, say, printed on demand, you can actually have a customized note that you send to the client. You just type it in and it goes. You can also send them an email, because if you're using Etsy or Facebook Marketplace or something, they will be reaching out to you directly to make that sale. It's not like on Redbubble where you just get an email, hey, you've made a sale. They're going to email you and say, I'd like to buy this. Or you will get an email saying they have bought it. Reach out to them, say thank you. That goes a long way, because then they tell their friends and family, oh, this person's legit. The other thing I would recommend is if people, like I can tell, for example, just because I've been on Etsy for years, the Pluton Art Store has 894 sales. They probably have, with over 20 people have this in their basket, they probably get peppered with a lot of questions. People email them and go, what's your turnaround time? I've got 2 cats. I didn't read any of the stuff in the description. How does this work? How do you know what my cat looks like? They get peppered with questions. I'm guessing, right? Same thing with Outdoor Wooden Signs guy. He's made 7,900 sales. Other people want this. Chances are poor wooden signs guy is like, oh my goodness, I'm getting a lot of questions. I'm getting a lot of dumb questions. Not that we ever want to put down customers, but they don't know, right? They're not experts. So what you want to do is embrace your expertise with grace. There are no dumb questions. People are excited. They want to buy it. So reach out to your customers. Explain to them how the process works. Know that when they're reaching out, yes, they probably could have read it over in the description section. But instead of being snarky and saying, it's in the description, I'm really busy and I don't know. No. You want to reach back to them and say, hey, Jerry, thank you so much for reaching out. Just a heads up, I do have the following information in the description on my page. However, I'm happy to walk you through the process. That goes such a long way. And people are excited about buying a high quality item from someone that they respect and that they want to do business with. I make sales right now on Facebook Marketplace because I'm too cheap to pay the fees, and I like selling local, and I even drive it over to people's houses and they're thrilled beyond belief. And yes, I'm not making a ton of money doing it, but I'm providing value in the world, and I get a repeat customer. I get them telling 5 of their friends. So I've got more custom work than, some days I'm like, oh man, talk about prisoner of your own devices, right? I mean, I've got so much custom work in the hopper because people want to deal with me. I'm trusted. So I would encourage you to really embrace that as you look at these other options. How much time you're going to spend on the customer service side has a direct relation to how many sales you're going to get and the quality of the sales as well. So I hope you found that helpful, whether you're selling on Etsy or whether you're selling through Facebook Marketplace or whether you're standing on the side of the highway with your thumb in the air going, hey, can somebody please buy my stuff? Either way, however you decide to sell it, you want to put your best foot forward. And I hope you found some of these tips and tricks helpful. Do consider hitting that like button and that subscribe button. I always enjoy hearing from you in the comments as well. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope you found this helpful.